Well, hello. It's Tuesday, the 14th of April, and we're in verse 14 of John chapter 20 as we continue our walk through these resurrection appearances of Jesus as he's come out of the tomb. Yesterday, we left it just as Mary has finished a conversation with angels. Woman, why are you weeping? And now, turning round, she sees someone. It's Jesus, but she doesn't know it. And she's asked the same question. Woman, why are you weeping? I mean, come on, to be asked the same question twice, and the answer's still the same. They've taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they've laid him. She doesn't know that Jesus is talking to her. In fact, she thinks it's a gardener. You can forgive her for that. No, Jesus wasn't wearing wellies. But who else would it be? She's in a garden. And that takes us back, of course, to the Garden of Eden, the beginning of all creation, God with his people. And now here's Mary with Jesus in a garden, a new beginning, and yet she doesn't know who it is. But then he speaks her name, Mary. And it's at that point that she knows instantly who it is. She's there sitting in the dust. Her whole life has fallen apart. She's lost everything, not just in the present, but even her very future is there in bits on the ground. But as she hears that name, somehow every colour illuminates. It's as if fear is cast away. All of those fragments of her life are gathered together. She's made whole again. She's reconstituted. From within the depths of who she is, her identity is called out as Jesus calls her name. It's what Jesus does. He calls us by name. We're not just a number. We're not unknown, even those of us who are in care homes, uncounted by the government through this coronavirus tragedy. No, we're known. We're known by name, and we're loved. So this Easter time, as we reflect on these resurrection appearances, as we think about who is it that walked out of the tomb and what does it mean for us, may we know that we are known and that Christ comes to find us and calls us by name. And as we hear him calling us, so it's in that response that we find out who we truly are. We discover our real identity and we discover a new future being offered to us that holds us and puts us back together. All of those loose ends find their home in him as Jesus calls our name.